Well, good morning, YouTube. All right, look at this, guys. Not what we wanted to see, but yeah, the weather chances today are not looking favorable. Looks like from about 9 a.m. to like 4 p.m. we've got 30, 40, 50% chances of rain throughout most of the day. Hopefully, it won't ruin our day, but today is Friday. It is officially the first day of the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally for 2023. See the Bikini Bike Wash girls are getting all set up. Oop. See my guys over there, tire shop, are all set up and open. And we are set up and open, but no customers. And guys, I guess I gotta apologize to you right now. We're recording on the iPad because yesterday's video still hasn't finished uploading, and it should be going live in about 1 hour. So hopefully that will get done fairly quick. It's probably gonna release late because it's gotta sit there for a certain amount of time to fully render and get the full quality before I let you guys watch it.
All right, guys, didn't take long. We got two up now. Father and son team with almost matching bikes. I mean, one's a CVO, one's not. Slightly colored differences, but yeah, pretty cool.
Well, guys, we got those bikes cleared out and a couple others in. And as you see, the sun is starting to come up. Now, this is when they said it was going to start raining, and it looks like maybe they're wrong. So instead of the rain coming out, it looks like the blue skies are showing their ways through, which is definitely good for us. A lot of people are coming out, and it looks like the Bikini Bike Wash girls are starting to work now. All right, guys, if you look over there, we got another Magnum truck in, another pallet of tires, but unfortunately still not all of the tires that we need. Now, he says that in the warehouse down the road, there's a couple more pallets there, but he's not sure that they're ours, and if they are, I don't know why they wouldn't have just sent them all at once. We've actually had this problem with Magnum Transport before. We had to actually run over and get our oil one time because they told us it's gonna be like 5 days before they could deliver it when it was sitting like 5 miles down the road. So we just got a dually pickup truck and went and picked it all up, but can't do that with all the tires right now. Well, there goes Safe. He's one of our regular customers. We met him a little while ago. But you know, place is clearing out. The rain is starting to come down. You know, we just went live a little while ago. We saw those ominous clouds coming by, but that's it. All lifts are clear. No work at the moment. Hopefully it will be temporary, and we'll still bounce back because we are not even close to the sales that we were hoping to get today. Last year on this day was a very, very good day, and we're way off.
Even though we don't have much business over there, looks like over on the tire side, light stuff. So maybe some money over there.
Well, guys, it has been raining for about an hour now, but luckily we got one bike just came in. Talons getting up there and getting ready to start it. There's still people kind of milling around. Not a whole lot going on, but still thought it was weird. We just did that live, and on the live, yeah, we saw the girls in the bikinis where they're washing bikes, but we didn't get any like butt shots or anything. Well, when you're done with a live, the video uploads so that people can still watch it afterwards, right? Well, it turns out it uploaded and it's saved, and it still adds suitability. Apparently, I cannot show girls washing motorcycles at all anymore. It makes me lean more and more towards doing this whole Patreon thing because YouTube is just kind of getting done with some of this stuff. So I'll end up having to just make short teaser videos on what's going on and be very, very careful about what I put in it, and then just put everything else on a different channel maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Don't pay attention to me. Hi guys, in a video a couple days ago you saw that we got our first real life look at the new CVO Road Glide when we were over at the Harley Davidson dealer, because remember we didn't go to the 120th anniversary, so I'd seen them on people's videos before but not in real life. Well, now we got the first one for us up on our lift. First time we're going to get a really up close look at it. So Talon's doing the oil change on it, and guys, one of the things I do like is the Brembo monoblock calipers. Now Harley's had Brembo calipers for years, they just weren't labeled Brembo, but what's different, these are the monoblock radial mounted, which adds a lot of performance, a lot of rigidity. But all in all, it's a pretty good looking bike. I am not 100% fond of all of the styling cues, but some of them I like, some of them are questionable to me. Definitely looks a whole lot wider down here with the bigger radiator down at the bottom instead of the two on either side in the lower fairings. And as you see, Talon's struggling a little bit to get the oil filter out because of the coolant reservoir right there above it, and the way the shift linkage is, it's making it very challenging. Oh yeah, and the horn down there is causing a little trouble as well. You see it's got the ignition coil on the side instead of a horn, so I've got to find out whether our Softail model love jugs are going to work on this. The bracketry looks a little bit different than on the Softails, but it's the same engine, so maybe we'll get lucky. So guys, I'm going to take this opportunity while Talon's working on the bike to test fit for love jugs, because obviously we make this model here, which is designed to work with the Softail units that have that same exact ignition coil. So I was hoping that these would work. Now, because at this point I've only seen pictures and videos, I haven't had a chance to actually mock up. I said, well, maybe the new ones will just fit. So I grabbed these, but I'm looking at the bracket up here on top, and it's definitely different than the bracket that we normally use. So girls want to say hi.
Hey! Come get your bike washed, literally, please.
So anyway, wasn't expecting that, but it was pleasant. And so we got to see if this is going to work. So I'm going to pull out the bracket, see kind of how it lays out. So this is the bracket we use, and on the Softails, this just goes over top of the existing coil bracket, and the hole in the center there that's kind of rectangle, that's for the electrical connector to come through and still plug in. But I'm looking on this, and they're more rounded, where the other bracket is shaped like this. I don't know whether you guys can see that good enough or not, but it's got like a roundedness to it. And the way the fuel petcock is in the middle of the tank here instead of back here, I think that's going to cause some interference. We'll see. So just mocking it up, it looks like it's not going to work, but I'm going to find the customer. I'm asking him if he minds if I pull that coil off and play with it a little bit. I just don't want to do that without asking him first, just out of respect. So at this point, all I've done is kind of hold stuff up next to the comparator. I haven't really even touched the motorcycle, but I think with a couple minor adaptations, I can probably make this work and come out with a line specific for the CVO models, which will most likely fit newer models in the future, because there's a good chance that this system will be on future models, maybe starting in 24. I don't know. Well guys, it looks like the rain is pretty much let up. It's still pretty cloudy and the ground is still wet, but it's not actually raining. And the customer with the CVO came back and said, yeah man, do what you got to do. Figure it out, make it work. So, I mean, he's not buying love jugs, but he's giving me the opportunity to use his platform to do the R&D on it, which could be helpful in the future. But as you see, we also got another oil change job. Talon, or actually Chip, did the oil change on this one, and then the customer decided he also wanted love jugs, so we threw some on there. And then Ultra Classic sitting right there. It's in line to get the next set of love jugs. So we're still not to our sales goal for the day, but we're getting closer. All right guys, check it out. So I've got my template made. I know it's a little bit rough little crew, but this just gave me a good idea to get my original start. So this hole here just above the square, that is where the main bolt holds it in, and you can see the little marking right there. That is actually where the like the plastic Christmas tree push pin wire keeper thingy, whatever you call it, was there, the retainer for the wire that went down to the coil, which plugged in on the backside. That's where it went. So I'm thinking if I leave this a little bit longer, I can put another hole up top above this line that I've drawn on here. This one here will become like a little stud. So it will locate it, that way it can't rock or turn once the bolt is in it. And then I checked, there's enough slack in the wires that if I put the other hole up here, this can just move up and pop in and still be retained for safety. So hopefully that'll all work. But anyway, this is all I need to make a first run prototype, and then I can test it and make sure that it all works, which I don't see why it wouldn't. I also did notice it looks like the lug jugs actually sit a little bit lower with the bracket that's on that. And when I say lower, I mean lower in relation to the cylinder heads and cylinders. So I think that because the CVO has a larger fuel tank, they move the coil down a little bit in relationship to the engine. And if that's the case, we may not be in the optimal spot for cooling. So we'll have to do some testing there. But I gotta get the bracket made first. Well guys, just our luck. It's about 6:45. We decided to finally close up. So you see, we're mostly closed, but now look, sun's coming out, skies are clearing up. It's gonna turn beautiful. Unfortunately, not soon enough. This is the first day of this rally that we did not make our sales from last year, and we missed it by a big amount, but we've been up the rest of the week. So we're probably still on par. Just sucks. So as I told you guys this before, sometimes things look good. It takes one day to ruin it all. But all in all, we're still doing well. Tire shop picked up a little bit better today. Still waiting on inventory, and what I'm worried about is it's the weekend now and I couldn't get a hold of anybody. I have no idea when the rest of my stuff is coming, and that could hurt us a lot too. All right guys, before we close up, that's Tony right there. He's the owner of Iron Braid right next to us. He's actually braiding my brake and clutch levers. We're going with a black and gray. I hope that shows up good. I can't see because the sun's in my eyes, but it should match the gray and black on the motorcycle pretty nicely. And it actually looks really, really nice.
It does, it looks really nice, matches that.
Hi, it looks like James and Mike are over here finishing up their last customer of the day. Looks like another Indian. Ready? All right guys, so now it is well after 7. Tony got my braids done, and I'll be honest with you guys, they look awesome. Check this out. I didn't think I'd like them. When Tony came to me and said, hey, you should let me braid your levers, I'm like, Tony, I don't mean any disrespect, it's just not my style. I don't like it. And he's like, well, you know, don't do the tassels, because like if you look at Andre's bike over here, he's got the tassels and whatnot, and it's not my thing, right? I mean, it's cool, but it's just not my thing. But anyway, he talked me into it and I let him do it. And actually, I like the way it looks without the tassels, with the black and gray, matches the theme of the bike. So he says, even more than I like the way they look, I'm gonna like the way they feel. And I've never really put any time in on a bike with braids on the levers, but we'll see. Anyway, guys, as you can see, everything else here is closed down. Unfortunately, this is the first day that we didn't make our sales. I think I said that already, but I don't remember. Weather's looking maybe a little rough tomorrow too, so who knows? But there's plenty of time to still make it up, so I'm still looking optimistic. Today was definitely our best day over at the tire tent. Not a great day, but it was our best day. Still lacking inventory. I'm rambling now. I think I've covered all of this. I think we're just gonna end this one now, guys. Thanks for watching. Until the next time I see you, keep those engines running.